Indeed, indeed. We got new diamonds in the back. Let me. I gotta hear this
Okay.
testimony.
Yeah, let's hear it.
I gotta hear this testimony. Oh, hold up. New diamonds, can you hear me, Queen?
Yes, I can
There
hear you.
she
Can you hear
go.
me?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
we hear
What's
you.
going on?
Peace,
What is
peace.
going
How are
on?
you?
I'm gonna put
Well,
you
how
on
are
the
you?
full screen.
I'm
Let
doing
let
great. I'm
let me
doing
know what's
great.
going
Feeling
on.
good. I mean, you guys are talking about the detox. I love joining the detox groups. That's one of my favorite things to do. As like you guys said, it's all about cleansing and getting in tune with your heart, getting in tune with just being one and being centered with yourself. And I feel like as much as we have to pour into ourselves externally, we have to do that internally as well, detoxing and cleansing out the body. So I just really love doing the detoxes with you guys. So yeah, you guys know how I be doing. I'm always active and
Indeed.
trying to help out,
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what happened? You saying? Let me read this again for those who may watch this at a later time who are not looking at the screen. This sister says, I don't have a question, but I have a testimony. With the last detox we did as a group, I had a parasite come out my brain through my nose as a nosebleed. That's
Yes.
very interesting.
Yes.
Could you elaborate? Please let us know what happened.
Of course. So the last detox that we did as a group, I remember KT was doing well, we do it as a collective. So you'll announce it, KT will announce it, then we'll join the group. So we joined the group. Prior to you guys saying that, I was already detoxing for a month. So I was like, why not do an extra week? You know what I mean? We're gonna thug it out. So during that week, I was having really bad like migraines, really bad headaches. I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was part of the detox. You know how you hit that certain point where it's like, all right, here we go. We got to push through, right? So, I finished the cleanse. I finished the detox, and I remember I had just got out the shower, and my nose started to bleed, and I'm like, what? Like I can't even remember the last time I had a nosebleed. It's probably when I was like 13 or something, like really young. And I was like, okay, my nose is bleeding. Let me, wipe it, let me blow it. When I blew my nose, it was a thick TMI, but this is for educational healing healing information. So when I blew my nose, a thick black, like long, like it looked like a dead worm came out. And I was like, yo, this has
Shit.
to be a parasite because I've been cleansing, I've been detoxing. We did the detox. This isn't my first rodeo with detoxes, and I have been having this headache for a very long time. And then as soon as I blew my nose, I want to say maybe about a day or two later, the headache went away. I've had so much mental clarity. I just felt like a brand new me. And I knew it was because of that detox. And then later on, I think maybe 2 days later, KT and you had did a live, and KT was talking about how, or I think it was Mr. G, and you guys said how Dr. Sabi had a blood clot come out his nose, and he was like, yes, I
Mm.
finally got it. So that was my confirmation. I was like, yo, like divine synchronicity at its finest. So yeah, I'm always forever grateful and so thankful for you guys, as this is very important. Like you said, as much as we consume, we do have to detox. That's very, very important.
Wow, KT, could you please comment on that one right there? Wow, KT, what's going on?
So, New Diamonds, thank you. What's going on, girl?
Hey,
How are
peace.
you?
I'm doing
How
great.
you
How are
doing?
you?
Doing well, doing well. First, I want to thank you for coming on here and sharing your story with the people. I recently was listening to a service the other day, and they was talking about the top 10 fears of the world, and death was number two.
Mm.
One was public speaking. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So for you to come out here and not just get in front of everybody and share your story, the type of story that you're sharing, I see you. I appreciate that. Because there's so many people that go through these testimonies and these experiences, and none of y'all get to hear it, and it's like y'all think people just making stuff up. So for you to come and give a play by play and a true account, it's very necessary. So thank you for that. And I'm very happy for you that you were able to have that experience, because that's something that could have been in you for years, you know, weeks, months, days. It don't matter. It could have been in there for a long time. And you did exactly what you needed to do in order to purge it and get that thing out your system. And it seemed a bit scary, right? Because it was
Yes.
blood out the nose and everything like that.
Yes.
But it's like when your body is expelling, it's going to push it out the best way it can. It's like we have these holes. We need mucus, we need blood as lubrication in order to get it out. So we might think, oh, we're losing all this blood and this is dangerous. But it's like, nah, the body is like shifting and adjusting itself in order to get this alien entity out the body.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, powerful. I mean, you know, this is what I try to tell people happens when you listen to the information, you know. So I'm not surprised. I'm just so grateful and thankful that we have you to be able to come out here and speak, you know, to everybody and let everyone know. So thank you so much.
KT, New Diamonds mentioned that she fasted. She was detoxing for 30 days prior to joining our detox.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it takes that long for something like that to happen, or can somebody have that level of results with a 7-day detox?
Everybody's different, right? So even with like the H-Pack, we were telling people about their weight. We was like, yo, somebody who might be 300 pounds versus somebody that's like 180,
right.
You know, that the 300-pound person might be longer than the amount of time we have for the protocol. It might be an extra month or so, you know, because they're dealing with all that weight and all that waste. Excuse me. So yeah, those particular things definitely do matter. So by her taking that time and that discipline to go through 30 days of fasting, she tuned her body.
Right.
So when she did take those parasite cleansing herbs, they really hit home. They really worked. And you know, whenever I do my consultations, people are usually shocked because at the end I'm not like pushing packages and pushing products. Like everything that I talked about is stuff they could do at home and they could do in their community, in their neighborhood, right? And they like, yeah, but what you got though, right? But I'm like, no, I need you to understand the lifestyle change that you need to make. That's not for sale on the site. Like, I wish I could just put a tab up that says lifestyle change, $80,000. Press the button. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't what it is. Like, you have to do the work inside yourself to make those changes. You know what I'm saying? And when you put that work in, you're going to see those results. So she prepared her body, prepared her mind, prepared her emotions, prepared her spirit, because we don't take into account the life that we're living, how we have to show up for work, jobs, family, things popping up, Mercury retrograde, Uranus and Pluto, you know, all this crazy stuff going on in the alignment, planets, blah, 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 blah. You got to account for all of that. So you take a whole moon. She took 2 days more than a whole moon cycle. She didn't do 28, she did 30, right? And you take that time and you end up tuning your body, tuning all of those different healing modalities properly. So when you do jump into herbs, when you do jump into tonics, when you do jump into superfoods, they can really do their work.
Yes.
You know, it's like you know how they be laying out the highway with the asphalt and everything. They be blocking everything on. It's like them pulling out during rush hour. Like they ain't gonna be able to get none of that done with all them cars there, right?
Yes.
But if it's 3 a.m, there's space, there's hardly any drivers. They can put the signs up, reroute everybody, and they can get the work done. So that's what she did. She showed up at 3 a.m.
Amazing analogy. Wow. New Diamonds, you was gonna say something?
I was gonna say I showed up 3 a.m. like we did for Stone Mountain, okay?
Indeed. Yeah, you was out there.
Yeah, she was in the building.
Yes.
Yeah, she sure was.
Yes.
Wow. Amazing testimony. Well, New Diamonds, I want to thank you for giving us that testimony. I appreciate it so much.
Appreciate you guys.
And you know, I found out like a couple of weeks ago, your YouTube channel popped up on my feed. Tell the people how can they find you on YouTube, New Diamonds?
You guys can find me at New Diamonds, okay, on YouTube. It's all about, you know, just spiritual things and life and healing and just lifting up your vibration. So yeah, you guys can find me on YouTube at New Diamonds. Thank you so much, Rich. Thank you so much, KT. Y'all know I appreciate y'all for
Thank
everything
you.
y'all
Thank
do,
you.
all the love that y'all share. So thank
Keep
you.
keep up the great work. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Peace. All right.